You are welcome in online class, and this class is for the ninth, and the chapter name is the diversity in living organism. That is the chapter number 7. So in the chapter number 7, in previous video we have discussed so many the topics and characteristic of the plantae, and as well as the different types of the plantae, and today we have the topic the kingdom Animalia. So in Animalia, when we talk about all the animals that is present on this land, they have broadly divided into two categories on the basis of their cell level or the tissue level of organization, or the tissue level of organization. There is also another organization that is called the organ system level of organization, that is called the porifera we have discussed, and we have also discussed the platyhelminthes. So in the context of platyhelminthes, platy means what? This is the platyhelminthes. Platy means the broad and or the flat, and this means that helminthes means the worm. So the worms are flat worms. These are the flat worms, platyhelminthes. And after that, when we talk about the characteristic of the platyhelminthes, so platyhelminthes, they are found into the different habitat. First, they have been Gegenbaur. There was one biologist, Gegenbaur. He has proved that the platyhelminthes term has been given by him. So now, dear viewers, now you can learn that what are the characteristics of the platyhelminthes, flatworms. Now flatworms, we will discuss these all things, like where it is found. They are the free living. They live on the soil. They live in terrestrial land, fresh water, and the marine water. These all are their habitats. And the body symmetry, when we talk about the symmetry, they are the bilateral symmetry, lateral symmetry, bilateral symmetry. So body is the bilateral symmetry, and when we talk about the layers, the germinal layers of this living organism, they are triploblastic. And after that, three layers, that is distinct layers, triploblastic, and they have the body linings, have the very distinct the linings, and the body is flattened, and they are near about 9,000 species are present in this the platyhelminthes. So platyhelminthes have the different type of the sexes. This means that they have the one individual. Let it is the one individual. I am drawing it. One individual. They have the male sex organ, and the female sex organ. Both female sex organ are present on the same individual. So they have the hermaphrodite. They are hermaphrodite. They are having the hermaphrodite and the platyhelminthes, that is. So platyhelminthes, example of platyhelminthes are, that is planaria and liver fluke and the tapeworm. Now we have the another the phylum, that is the SK helminthes. SK helminthes is those kind of the living organism which body is the round worm. They are not flattened, they are the round worm, and their body is bilateral symmetry. In this SK helminthes, round, its another name is nematodes, also nematoda. So their body are the round, that's why they are called the round worm. They are the bilateral symmetry. Here is also in the SK platyhelminthes. On the same way, SK helminthes has also the bilateral symmetry, that is body, and the flattened. There are tissue but no real organs. Tissue level of organization, but they have no the definite organs, and their body is pseudocoelom. There is no cavity. Real true cavities are not. They have the pseudocoelomates, they are called present. They are very familiar as a parasite. This means they live upon the host, they take their nutrition, and after taking the nutrition, these organism of the nematoda, they suck the nutrients from the living organism and they maintain their process of the nutrition. So they have the parasitic. They cause the disease. They cause disease on the animals as well as the plants. They also damage the plants as well as the animals. The common example, the elephantiasis. The elephantiasis is caused by the nematodes. This is called the filarial worms. The worms, they also that enters to our intestine, internal organ. These are called the pinworms. Some examples are the ascaris. In ascaris, this is the female and this is the female ascaris. This is the female ascaris. You can see the figure is not fully visible, but when we will arrange this one, then you can see now this is the ascaris. Ascaris. In ascaris, it is the what? It is the female ascaris. Female ascaris are the longer one. These are the longer one, and the male are smaller. Male are smaller. Male are smaller. So male and female both separate sexes. They have the separate sex, and these all the male forms produce the sperm, and that is the egg, and both fuse together and they make the fertilization process complete, and after the fertilization process they undergo the developmental process and the new ascaris is now formed. So produced. This is called the Asca helminthic. Now another the phylum, that is Annelida. Annelida, as its name is telling, Annelida. Why its name is Annelida? Because they have the annulus, a ring-like structure on their body surface. That's why they are called the annelids, or their body is bilateral symmetrical, and after bilateral symmetry, they have the triploblastic layer, and but an additional have the two bodies cavity, means they are coelomates, and this allows organs to package in the body structure. There is thus extensive organ differentiation, means that they have based organs differentiation, means the organs are developed, they are the organ system level of organization. When we talk about the body organization, they have the different structure over it. There is the one, if I draw it, the one example of that one, the annelids, there are some annulus ring is present over it. These annulus ring are known as the segment or the seta, that is, and these are also known as the metameres. So there is the segment lined up all along the body. So they have the different habitat, moist habitat they live. The annelids, they live in the moist place, and their body is very smooth and very sticky, and the mucilaginous layer, like the some soapy substance, a sticky substance that lathers out from the body of the annelids. The common examples are the earthworm. Common example is the earthworm. Another example, earthworm is the Pheretima posthuma, or another is the leech. These are the common example, and Nereis. These are common example of Annelida. So you have learned these all things in this video. What we have learned, the platyhelminthic, the flatworms, and after Asca helminthic, SK helminthes, another name is nematodes. And after that we have discussed the brief the characteristic of the annelids, and we have not told about the sexes. Sexes are separate. This means the male are formed into the another individual sex organ, and the female sex organ are present into the another individual. So they have the dioecious form of the sex organs, and these all release their eggs. They copulate. During the copulate they have the genital papillae, and this genital, here is the genital papillae in the earthworm. They release the some sperm from the spermatheca, and these fuse with the female part. So these are known as the annelids, and in annelids they are also hermaphrodite. So thank you, dear viewers, that you have listened this video, and we will discuss the another points in the another. Thank you for watching.